Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika Zen. I am Tamika. Kick off y'all shoes, y'all, and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So Power Book 2, y'all. It's time. We got to get into it. We talking Power Book 2, Season 3, Episode 9, A Last Gift. Honey child, what was the last gift? Because baby, things was popping. Things was going down. Sax was still sitting here able to send letters to everybody and their mother and let them know, child, if anything happens to me, here's some info I got for you, okay? And so finally, Drew and daggone Diana find out what Mama Monet was up to, and they go and confront her. And of course, she's still trying to lie, okay, and cover her daggone behind. But in the meantime, Kane was over here running all around trying to find out what the heck is going on with Effie and tell her to go ahead and snitch on Mr. Tariq. But Effie wasn't with it, okay? She said, nah, that's not how I do. That's not how I get down. That's not my stilo. If you don't get up out my damn face, boy, he's sitting there looking all heartbroken. And it was just basically like, I feel like Effie actually lost a lot of respect for him by him doing that, okay? And in the meantime, Drew damn behind talking about he gonna go ahead and take care of the Castillos. And I have to be real with y'all. I was a little disappointed with how that went down, okay? I was saying since the beginning that the Castillos was gonna give the Tejadas a run for their money, baby. They didn't even run to the damn corner store, okay? I did not like the way that they went out at all, but we will get all into that, And Jenny, child, if you don't get out of here with your fake crocodile tears, girl, I swear I wish I could have kicked your long face right through the damn TV screen, okay? Now you want to sit here and cry over Sax and act like you really cared about him when you knew the whole time that his life was in jeopardy and you said you didn't give a damn. You couldn't give him no protection. So bye, girl, okay? We ain't got time for that. We don't have time for that. Braden had to step up. He had to go ahead and confront Uncle Lucas. Lucas over here ready to throw the whole damn family under the bus and save himself and snitch on everybody else. So we got to get Uncle Lucas up out of here, okay? That's a no from me, dog. That's a no from me, dog. Let's go ahead and get into this episode, y'all. Take it from the top, break it on down. You know how we do. And as I said, this is going to be episode 9, okay, a last gift. That's what we're gonna be discussing. All right, I done been bobbing and weaving, okay, doing the matrix out here in these streets, getting away from all the spoilers. I didn't see any of them, so I watched this episode for the first time tonight. You getting my first real reaction, and that's that on that. Okay, episode 10 we will talk about next week. Let's keep it cute and let's keep it respectful. So we started out this episode, y'all, Tariq is running over here to David's office. He over here trying to look and see what he could find as far as any information that daggone, Sax could have had on them. And of course, he's just hearing that message that Sax left pertaining to him being the only one that knew about Tasha over and over in his head. At the same time, we got freaking Kane running to the office because he want to tell him what happened with Effie, and he's leaving Davis a message that he done called him 1,000 times, and Effie just got roped up. So now they getting upstairs just about the same time, okay? We see Tariq going through the files, and we seeing Kane coming up in the elevator. He running through. Tariq hear him coming, so he looking to see, who is this? Mind you, the office looked like a damn ghost town. I don't know if this was supposed to be Saturday or we gave everybody the day off because of what happened with Theo, but nobody wasn't there. So he coming out and asking, like, what are you doing here or whatever? And he's basically like, oh, your ex-bitch is still alive. And so, of course, Tariq trying to play it off like that can't be. And in the meantime, Kane talking about something, you set her up. And he was like, why would I do that? How would I do that or whatever? What would be my reason? Now, here we go again with the part that I can't stand about Kane. When he want to talk about, yeah, all of this is your fault. You made this happen from the beginning because you couldn't stand up and be a man and do what you had to do. That's what put her in this position. And of course, we got Tariq basically repeating the same thing that he always saying, where he's like, Lauren wasn't gonna say nothing, and actually it was your dumb idea that put us all into this position or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with you doing stupid shit. And he was like, that's why we mixed up in the Rico now. And so of course we going back and forth, my dumb ass fault, yeah, your dumb ass fault, your dumb ass fault. So he was like, since I met your family, you've been obsessed with me, and I peeped that too. And I'm glad Tariq finally called him out about that because it's true. This damn guy Kane has been a hater since day one, is the part of him that I cannot stand. I don't know why they wrote this in the damn story, but they did, child. Okay, that is the way that they wrote it. And so finally Tariq is like, you want to be me, okay? And I get that. I understand that. He was like, now you want to basically have somebody that I had just to try to, you know what I'm saying, still be able to get a piece of me and pretend that you me, but you not. It's only one me, all right? And so, of course, you know, Kane is telling him that he dropped the ball. He couldn't keep his shorty and all of that, and we gonna start fighting. Now, Tariq, you did throw the damn first punch, child, and I said, don't be throwing no punches if you can't fight, okay? Because Kane was whipping on that behind. We gonna keep it 100, all right? If it wasn't for Davis coming and interrupting them, he was waxing you, okay? So Davis then gets in there, you know. He tells him everything that's going on with Effie, and Tariq is basically agreeing like, yeah, you are going to need to step up and go there because this is something where she could bring all us down. So Davis says he's on it, and Kane is basically like, you better be. So then Davis and Tariq go in his office to talk, and he's basically saying to Davis, you know, thank you for letting me get out of there before the cops came. Last thing I needed was more heat. And he's like, yeah, no doubt. Don't worry about it. You know, I talked to the police, and pretty much they know that Theo went and did this on his own. I don't think it's going to be any more questions, and nothing is going to be coming back to us now. I don't know about all of that because, you know, they're still going to try to make y'all #1 suspects. But he gives Tariq this drink, and Tariq just looking at the damn drink. Okay, of course, freaking Davis at this point been drinking day and night, honey. So, you know, he does tell him he didn't find anything that pertains to his mother or any of that. And Davis was like, more than likely, Sachs was just saying that just to try to save his life because he knew the situation and knew that we was, you know, had found out that he was CI. So Tariq was like, yeah, you probably got a point with that. But at the same time, child, we don't really want to be taking no chances. And I did find something else where he actually had like a photo that he took or whatever of course, child, the daggone file that Davis done had in his drawer this whole damn time with the key sitting right on the desk like he just was saying, yeah, come on, take me, right? That was the file that was signed by Whitman. So, of course, he go and he open up his desk and he take it out and he's like, was it this? And he says, yeah. And, of course, Davis is like, shit, like this damn man was really running all up around and through here and I didn't even notice nothing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, now he's feeling even dumber and he's basically tearing up his own office. And I'm like, child, Davis, we ain't got time to be tearing up stuff. Okay, just like I said with Drew when he tore up his room, it's going to be you that got to clean that damn mess up, boy. Okay, get it together. So now, you know, they say this could still come back to basically bite them because if Sachs gave the feds this, you know, that's their ass, right? So he's like, well, let me get down here and at least handle this Effie situation before something else happens. And of course, when Tariq leaves, that's when he ends up going off. Now, Effie's sitting here and she like attorney. Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Do I need to say it in another language? Okay, I don't want to talk to y'all. I don't want nothing but my attorney. So Blanca says, let's go ahead and escort Miss Morales up out of here. You know, they tell her that she will have a chance to call her attorney and she's like, thank you, when she leaves. So they're like, well, this ain't working. Okay. And they trying to figure out what they need to do. And they said it's been hours and she ain't cracking. So now both their phones is ringing. And of course, this is Medina. And of course, Medina wants them to know that Sachs is up out of here. Now, this is when we get Jenny with her freaking crocodile tears coming standing over his body and crying. And Medina and Blanca's basically watching, you know, from the outside or whatever the case may be. Child, we don't care, Jenny. We don't freaking care, okay? Bye, hi, boo, hoo. So now she back in the room looking all out of it or whatever the case may be. And they're like, you know, Medina's basically saying, all right, what's the next step? You know, we need to check these NYPD cams. We need to see, you know, what was going on now. Of course, they're saying that Davis has this rock solid alibi. The police checks everything out and is checking up with his story. And they're like, yeah, so it's just a coincidence, you know, that they just so happen to know about Sachs. Now, of course, you know, Blanca at the same time is pretty much saying, well, we was over there checking the warehouse and all of this different kind of stuff, right? And Medina saying that it makes sense. It could have been chance for, Davis to have all this stuff from the beginning. But at the same time, Block is pretty much like, well, Sachs brought this on himself. He did know what was happening or whatever the case may be. And they was feeding him bullcrap the whole time. So Jenny over here telling her to F off or whatever, and then Medina's telling Blanca, show some respect or whatever. And she was like, come on, we ain't gonna sit here and act like Sachs wasn't full of crap and he didn't have his eyeballs full with dirt or whatever the case may be. But of course, Jenny is basically saying, now this is somebody else that got killed and we gotta get this testimony or we're gonna lose this case, on the link to St. Patrick, because of course she still got him as number one. And with Sachs being gone, instead of her slowing down, she just wants to go even harder. Now we got Kane rolling up on freaking Brayden, and I said, Brayden, are you damn slow? You see a damn car charging at you and you just gonna still keep standing there going, Kane, 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 instead of running your ass in the other direction? Oh boy, he slaps him with the car door, gets out, and then proceeds to start trying to whip on his behind too. I said, so Kane just out here being Big Willie today, okay? He whipping Tariq, he whipping Brayden. Who the hell is he gonna be whipping next, right? And so Brayden is basically asking Kane, like, what is your problem? What are you talking about? And of course, he comes to him to tell him the whole thing about Lauren being alive. And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't know nothing about that. And he was like, F, he covered for you. And Brayden is saying, yo, I wasn't there. So he's still basically calling Brayden a liar. And Brayden's like, no, I'm not lying. She literally came and took Lauren from me. I don't know where the hell she went to once she drove off. That don't got nothing to do with me. That's actually between her and them, Lauren. And he's like, well, they got her last night. And of course, Brayden is like, oh shit. He was like, well, what the hell you want me to do? You got to be kidding me or whatever. What we going to do now? So he was like, I think I need to get to the hospital, child, after getting knocked down by damn Kane. So Kane like, yeah, you do that. I said, Lord, Brayden. Now, we have Diana walk in, and she basically walks in and sees that Monet is opening up this letter that's from Sachs, child. This is the first of many letters that we gonna see from Sachs. And it's saying that, Tariq is the person that's supposedly responsible, that basically, came into her life and turned everything upside down, torn her family apart, and that he had been working with the Fed. So Monet actually was throwing the damn letter away like this is some bullcrap. But Diana talking about, shit, see, mommy is saying here that Tariq is responsible for my arrest. So, Monet was like, do you even think that that's possible? That sounds like some bullcrap to me. I don't really believe it, or whatever the case may be. Why would Tariq even do something like that? And so, of course, she is thinking like Tariq is the one that told me to put my, product in the lockers on the roof or whatever. So Monet just says to her like, well, shit, then we better not, do anything, and we better watch how we move. And as a matter of fact, you go do what you got to do, find out what you need to find out so that we can know whether this is really true or not. And so Diana's basically like, bet. Now, in the meantime, Brayden over here laid up in the damn hospital bed, and Tariq goes to him and is like, okay, what are you going to do? What's the next steps? He was like, I'm going to need you to get in touch with Obi. Oh, you don't see that I'm all messed up? He tells him how Kane came after him. And Tariq tells him, yeah, Kane came after me too. Me and him end up getting into it in Davis' office. If Davis didn't come and stop it, then we would have probably still been going at it. So he was like, well, I get him coming after me, but why the hell would he come after you? And Tariq is basically like, I don't know, man. Kane, he's crazy. So he was like, you knew, and then Tariq knew about what he was like, come on now, don't lie to me, you know about Lauren. And finally Tariq is like, yeah, I did know, but why the hell would I tell the two damn people that basically was trying to kill her that she's still alive? And of course Brayden is still trying to say, I didn't want her damn dead, okay? I was trying to save her or whatever. And of course we still got the situation with Effie, so what are we gonna do, right? And we want to know what's gonna happen with Crash Coin and everything that's going on with his uncle's company, and being able to tell, Obi, so that they, he don't be on their ass or whatever. Because right now with everything they got going on, of course, they're not going to be able to meet Noma's demands. And so at first he was telling Braden to talk to Obi, but then he was like, nah, fine, I'm gonna do it, but your ass gotta do something. What is your eyes that you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Your part that you gonna do. Where you gonna keep your eyes on your uncle and make sure that he ain't gonna be doing no sneak shit? So he's like, yeah, as soon as I get discharged out of here, I'm on it. So Tariq basically took that Ivy out and was like, man, you discharged, okay? Get to work. Okay, we need that ASAP. So now, Tariq is basically calling Lauren and leaving her a message like, yo, why are you ghosting me? I need you to answer me. Effie got roped up last night, so I need to know, are the feds about to come and get me? Let me know, hit me back ASAP, right? And she looked like she was actually in the middle of sending him a text right before he ended up calling, but she just basically didn't answer the call. Now, Monet over here at the bar, child, drinking. Ain't nobody ever in this damn bar, okay? They definitely ain't making no money in there. And Evelyn coming in, she pissed the hell off, all right? She done rolled up on Monet and was like, where's Drew? I need to see him. And Monet is like, well, hello to you too. And she was like, Drew ain't here. What do you want to talk about? So she said, yo, there's a video of Drew that's floating around, and he's basically admitting stuff over here. So Monet was like, do I look like I watch YouTube? She told her, stop lying, bitch, okay? I wanted to see a cat fight, okay? That's what I want to see. Wow, all right, get on her, Evelyn, but we ain't see it, child. So she basically kept saying that it was a confession. And Monet was like, look, Drew, already told you he didn't have nothing to do with nothing that happened with Gordo. He don't know what happened to him. And she was like, well, I already know that you took Frank from me or whatever. You admitted that. And so, Monet trying to say she didn't admit anything. And she was like, I told you what Lorenzo wanted, right? Trying to switch it up and play wordplay. And so Evelyn was like, and now Lorenzo's dead and you damn sure don't look like you grieving, okay? Monet was over here like, yes, he is. And she stood up at this point. And so she was like, well, I didn't want Lorenzo dead. I already said that I was going to leave that alone or whatever the case may be. And I didn't want a war with the Tejadas. But I could tell you one thing, bitch, okay? If it's my damn son, it's going to be a whole different damn ball game, okay? We going to get it on and popping. So Monet was basically like, yeah, you sounding like you making some damn threats right about now, because she told her, like, my Gordo is missing. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he alive. I don't know what happened to him, if he's over here needing me somewhere. And she was like, that one I'm not going to play with. Like, can you imagine that? And so Monet was still trying to tell her, I don't know, what to tell you. And she telling Monet, like, stop, just stop. She was like, forget all the rules of the street. Like, talk to me woman to woman, mother to mother. You understand what I'm saying? Understand my position that I'm in. But at this point, she just got pissed off and was like, I just want to know what happened to him. Okay, can you please help me? So Monet over here still backing up from her, putting her hands up and saying, look, I don't want no beef. Last time I checked, Drew and Gordo was good, okay? They did not have no problems. And she was like, Evelyn told her, I granted you grace, but I promise you, if y'all did something to my son, it's not gonna be okay. So at that point, when she brought up the whole grace thing or whatever, of course, this is when Monet is like, you let me get away and you gave me grace. She like, girl, that sounded like a threat to me, and you damn sure, okay, don't want none of that. And then Kane comes in and he's like, Evelyn, and she just looks at the both of them and she go ahead and walk out. I said, girl, Evelyn, child, you better than me, okay? I would have got Monet right in that damn neck. Now, anyway, y'all, we see Mr. Obi over here, child, giving somebody a root canal. I don't know. He was pulling out all kind of teeth and had the guy screaming. In the meantime, Tariq trying to talk to him, and he's basically just trying to get an extension, get more time. He's saying with everything that's going on, there's no way that they're going to be able to get everything to them. What can he do? How can he help him? So that he can, talk to Noma and get them more time. And he's like, yo, you can't help me with the things that I need. And Tariq's like, try me. You always be saying that, I'm definitely one that can get things done, child. So Obi ends up telling him that he needs some green cards for his family, okay? He needs to go ahead and get them over here. So Tariq like, all right, I could probably work on that. So Obi does actually end up giving him 72 hours. And who do we think Tariq goes to? But Mr. Tate, okay? He going over here to Tate and saying how, him helping with these green cards or whatever the case may be could actually be something that is payment and can start helping him and boosting his numbers even more, Tate is telling him, yeah, the Russians did help. It gave him a little boost, but it did not put him, all the way where he needs to be. And Tariq's like, come on, how much you want from me? Okay, I'm giving you 5 bands a damn week. I've been coming giving you info. But Tate, of course, is still saying that he wants more info. So he's saying he been hearing some rumors, okay, about Western Holdings. He's like, do you know anything that's going on there? They doing any crooked stuff? They got any Ponzi schemes? And Tariq like, who the hell told you that? He like, nah, as far as I know, they on the up and up. Ain't nothing going down. But Tate did not believe that for 1 minute, okay? As soon as Tariq walked away, he was basically like, you lying MFer, okay? So he done called up his girl, and he glad that she is finally answering his call. Of course, he trying to put in a good word and get back in her good graces. And he's also, pretty much trying to see if she have any connections, anybody that he can meet up with that knows about what's happening with Western Holdings, because he like, yo, I know this little dude, okay, and how he operates and when he lying and not lying, just like I knew when his father was lying and not lying. And he's insisting that they're on the up and up, but I know that there's something wrong, okay, I got a little hunch going on. And so the guy basically tells him, well, your instincts are good, okay? He was like, I've been watching Western Holdings for a while now, and the math ain't mathing, okay? The numbers just don't add up. And so she was like asking, well, how have they been getting away without the SEC getting involved? And they say, when you got the money and you got people to look the other way. So we found out that Rick Sweeney was probably helping out in here, right? And so, of course, Tate says, well, he will step up. He will, come and basically get this investigation going, okay? And so now you have somebody behind you that they will listen to. And his little girlfriend was like, this could get dangerous. Are you sure you want to go ahead and do this? And he's basically like, yeah, I do, So I said, okay, Rashad Tate, all right. And I did talk about this and ask about this when we was doing our, predictions before episode 9. If y'all didn't see that, go check it out, because baby, we sure enough got a lot of those predictions right. I'm just saying, all right. We ain't new to this, we true to this. But, moving right along, Effie was sitting here having this daggone meeting with Davis that she didn't want. She walking in like, what are you doing here? I don't want Tariq help. And he let her know, well, it's not even just Tariq. Kane actually asked me to come too. And at this point, you're being charged with attempted murder, okay? You're facing attempted murder. So this is basically a no-win case. It's not looking good for you. Your best options, well, you would probably likely lose or whatever. But question is how much? At this point, it would basically be where you need to go ahead and cut some type of deal with them or whatever the case may be. And so she was like, no win, that's your pitch, that's what you coming to me with? And he was like, would you rather I sugarcoat it and I lied to you? And she was like, no, I would rather have somebody that's gonna fight for me. So he's, and don't come in here smelling like a damn bottle either. So he was like, well, there's probably some people that I could refer you to. He start, folding up his damn folder. He was like, I could give you a referral, and I don't know if you know, but you don't never look a damn gift horse in the mouth, all right? And so he was like, I have, she told him she have someone, but she actually have not been able to contact them because it's people that keep cutting her in the damn line, okay? Is that legal? And he was like, the deputies is letting this happen. And she says, yeah, they see it, but they say that they don't see it. And of course they are lying. So he was like, well, it's legal as hell. You know what I'm saying? If we being quite, honest, but obviously they are in order to whatever the case may be. It's unethical when he said he could speak to somebody on his way out, and that would basically be his last parting gift to her. All right. And as he's getting up to leave, she has said thank you, and then she was like stopping him and about to ask, Tariq, and then she's just like, never mind, and he got head out the door, child. So now we see, child, they bum rushed in the damn Weston's office. His daddy and everybody is like, what the hell is going on? Why is Feds here? Of course, Braden's daddy's just saying, be quiet, don't say nothing, not here. We gonna go in this office and have a meeting. And he's like, why is there people here investigating us and saying we got a whole damn Ponzi scheme going on? Lucas done ran the hell out. Nobody know where he at. They trying to ask Kiki where he at, and she's like, she don't know. So Braden is like, he don't understand this. Nobody snitched snitched, all right. So he was like, we made a deal with Lucas and we were supposed to be good. So where's this coming from? Because she actually had thought that he turned and snitched on them, and he telling her he got her back, he gonna hold her down. When his brother was trying to insinuate that Lucas and Kiki, okay, had been bumping and grinding for some time, and then she knew about all of this because she was saying she was just as much in the dark. Braden stands up for her and was like, no, she didn't know anything about this. He was like, I actually uncovered that it was something wrong with the books, and Uncle Lucas had made me swear to not tell anybody. And, Kiki didn't know anything about it either, right? And so now they trying to figure out where Uncle Lucas is at. Now over here at damn Jenny office, child, Sax done let her know this damn long ass letter talking about, I arranged this to come to you just in case something like this happened. I knew it was gonna be happening. I loved you no matter what you thought of, that I may have or may not have. And I know that even though you tried to act like you didn't love me, you did. I said, Sax, child, even in death, you still out here simping on damn Jenny, okay? Talking about he wanted to have this whole family with her, so of course now she gonna cry even damn more. And he also was telling her don't make the mistake that he made, give it up, turn it loose. But of course she talking about no, this gonna make her go even harder. Now here go Blanca reading the damn letter talking about, oh, it was for real, you really was with him like that? Yeah, girl, she was. I thought you knew. Now they bump into damn Davis coming out from seeing Effie, and they telling him how she needs to make this deal with them. And he was like, well, you're going to have to talk to whoever her lawyer is because she didn't want me. And they was like, well, that's a good thing because that would have been a conflict anyway. So they basically trying to let him know, like, yo, you ain't free and clear of this either. We got our eyes on you. We watching you. We know what you did, okay? And we know that you asked Sax to pay off a member of the parole board. And he's like, yo, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I didn't pay Sax to do anything. I have no knowledge of this or whatever, right? But if Sax helping my brother, whatever the case may be, then he did that on his own. And if he did, do that, then Theo probably would have still been here. He was like, whose fault is that? Okay, because it looks to me like it's your damn fault, Jenny girl. Now, they still kept trying to pursue him and follow him outside because he was saying he didn't know what the hell, Theo was going to do and to talk to the NYPD because they already cleared everything up. And so she was like, don't be so sure of that. She starts to say that they looked at the videotape of him and Sax having the meeting with Diana. And he was like, oh, you did? Well, that's against the law, okay, because that was an attorney room and that's, basically violates privilege. And so they saying they see him pass her that paper and he like, I don't recall anything like that, okay? Of course, after he has spilled the coffee. So here go Jenny still coming after him saying, Theo already took the way for you once, and here it is, you trying to throw it back on him again. He was gonna die anyway or whatever the case may be. He didn't have nothing to lose. And so of course, Davis is like, F you, and she's like, no, F you. You may not have pulled the trigger, but you called Sax deaf. And he was like, I dare you to take that to the grand, jury, because I'm going to sue both of y'all for damn harassment. And if anybody is freaking to blame for Sax deaf, bitch, you need to look in the mirror. I say, yes, Davis. Okay, tell her, because I'm tired of freaking Jenny and her damn hypocrisy. Now, Braden and Tariq have this meetup where he's basically saying, bro, look, you better choose. You chose this life, okay? So is it us or is it your damn uncle? At this point, your uncle needs to go. He needs to be taken out. Braden want to talk about something. I can't be like you, okay? I'm not going to sit here and kill my daddy and be okay with it. Of course, Tariq saying, shut the hell up, okay? I have never told you that I killed my daddy. But Braden was like, you ain't got to tell me, okay? If you know, you know. I have seen the difference in you and the change in you since Choke. And he was like, I can't be like you in that sense, and I can't sit here and just take out my uncle. And Tariq had to break it down to him like, yo, when you're living in this life, it can't be in and out and how you feel and when you feel it or whatever the case may be. You claim that we are your family. So what are you going to do for your family now? At the end of the day, your uncle will go and tell them basically about the damn, a crypto coin, and he'll tell them everything and throw it all on us, and he won't freaking hesitate. He was like, it's time for you to make your decision and figure out what the hell you gonna do. So he just walks away and he leaves Braden with that, right? Now, when Braden get back to the house, they all still saying they don't know where Uncle Lucas is at. They come to find out Uncle Lucas been cleaning out damn accounts, okay, for the last couple of weeks. His sister done been over to his house, knocking on the door. Lucas done jetted from there. So they like, yo, he basically left us holding the bag. Now, Braden's father still looked like he wanted to defend him a little bit. And they like, wake up, you always defended him. Then he had the nerve, okay, his father gonna turn to his mother and say, well, you was defending him time soon and talking about how he was such a good man. To be honest, you was acting like you want to sleep with him. And she like, no, that's because, all right, I had a little bit of damn medication in me, all right? And so, you know, his daughter talking about, are you sure that was it? I said, Lord, this whole damn family is a mess. So, of course, he was like, but isn't his links count, you know, his accounts linked? And they was like, no, that's the best part. He actually, like I said, separated his and was moving his for weeks. And at this point, even the money that's supposed to be their personal money is actually all being damn child frozen, okay? So they don't have no money nowhere. And he, you know, his father is explaining to Braden, like, what do you think when it's an investigation like this, they can do that or whatever, all right? They did it to Madoff. So what makes you think that they can't do it to the daggone Westons? Now, the next thing you know, the FBI is here to pick up Braden daddy and take him downtown. And he said he gonna have his attorney meet him. And he turns around and says to Braden, like, you know, sometimes you gotta make the hard sacrifices, because Braden was saying, like, you know, Dad, you don't have to go. You don't have to do this. And he was like, if I don't do it, who did? You know what I'm saying? Who else is going to do it? And he was like, you know, Braden, sometimes in life, we basically have to do the hard thing. So I think that was kind of the icing on the cake, along with the conversation that he had with, you know, Tariq, whatever the case may be, where he knew, yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and find Uncle Lucas. Now, child, you snooze, you lose, because Uncle Lucas was already on the phone. He already got Blanca in them. And even though they know that he full of crap, of course, they so damn hard up to close out this case that they are willing to use whatever he's telling them to go ahead and still get this case closed. So, of course, he is saying, not only do he know who's operating within Western Holdings and who had the whole Ponzi scheme, okay, but he also know about some damn drugs, and he had reached out to the DEA and they had told him to go ahead and, you know, reach them. And so, of course, he wants protection and he wants immunity or whatever the case may be, and so that people can know that everything's being said about him is false, right? He's innocent. And they like, come on, Lucas and Robert is guilty as hell. That's what Blanca is saying, right? But according to Lucas, Robert is actually innocent, so they're not all the way right about that. But she sees through his bull. But of course, Jenny running over there to the phone like, oh, we could use this. So they asking Lucas, like, what do you have in mind? We gonna need something before we make a deal with, you know, with you with like that. And they gonna go ahead and be in touch, right? And then he telling them, of course, to look into the crypto coin. Now, Braden running over to Kiki house, and Kiki over here trying to run, child. She said, hell to the no, y'all not about to pin it all on the black girl. She was like, you know, I went to a good school. My parents, you know, fought hard for me. They're good people. You know, right now, I'm going to have a bull's eye on my back. I'm going to end up working in damn McDonald's. Okay, I'm backing up on my stuff and I'm getting up out of here. So Braden is telling her to give him a chance. Let him try to see what he could work out, and that, you know what I'm saying, how he could help her first. But if he does this and her name stays out of it, will she stay? And so she's like, what are you going to do? But he tells her, you know, I don't think you need to know everything. Let me handle this. Just trust me. Now, child, we got freaking, I'm thinking we going over to here and we going to have the shootout of all shootouts with the damn Castillos. But no, honey, we on the roof. Okay, Drew is on the roof. Kane is down here by the damn truck. We putting in freaking gas from the truck into the building, okay, and we locking up every damn thing, the gate and everything else, and we got the people passing out, and we perfectly time it and listen to hear when they are all the way passed out, and they in there choking and coughing, saying, what the hell is going on? You know, she telling her sons, go ahead and open up the damn door. He can't get it open because it's locked. Next thing you know, we gonna all pass out, and Drew and Kane gonna put on their freaking masks, and they are able to come in with no problem. Mind you, they moving mass low, the door wide open, cars is going by, traffic going by, people walking by, but we taking our time to pull down the damn door. We looking at all of them laid out on the floor. Then Drew goes over by Evelyn and take the mask off And she looking and he telling her how he's sorry about Gordo or whatever the case may be. And she lets him know it was Monet, okay? It was Monet the whole time. She is the one that wanted damn Lorenzo dead, but he still go ahead, even though he looked shocked for a minute, like, what the hell? And, he just takes her out, okay? Stops her from breathing, child. All right. And so then you got Kane coming over asking him, did she say anything? And he's basically like, no, everything is done. Let's go. Now, we finally have Diana come over to Tariq. She done finally get to, get with him or whatever, telling him that she been trying to reach him. And he's like, yo, I've been crazy busy. I haven't had time to talk to you. So she was like, well, I got arrested because of you in those lockers. And he was like, I didn't know it was cameras up there. I haven't been up there the whole damn semester. There's no way that I would have known. And so, he was like, I know you needed help and I was just trying to help you or whatever. So basically, she's like, well, Noma had a picture of me and my family, and my family needed me. He like, okay, and she had a picture of my family as well, D. You ain't the only damn one. He was like, I found out Sax was the damn CI, and I tried to put together a plan to protect your family and me. So she like, so you not working with the feds? No, bitch, he's not. Okay, and he's like, no, how the hell you gonna sit there and ask me, am I working with some damn feds? Are you crazy, girl? So she like, oh, I'm sorry. He like, yo, I really don't have time for this. And then she got the nerve to stop and talk about yo, I'm planning on getting up out of here. I want to pack up all my stuff and go away to school or whatever the case may be. I want to get away from my mother and her life and everything that she doing. And she like, can you just slow down for a minute because he over here trying to pack up his stuff and get up out of here. And she's going to talk about where do that leave us if I transfer out of state. He was like, girl, I don't know what to tell you. At this point, RSJ is calling him, and he was like, look, put yourself first. Do what you got to do for yourself. He was like, I'm not with Effie yet. I just got, not anymore, I should say. I just got out of that situation, and I just don't have it in me no more, right? I can't jump into a whole nother situation. And he's like, I need to take care of this, so can you go ahead? Now, this, of course, is RSJ on the phone saying, yo, why you didn't tell me that Tate was reporting this shit to the SEC? And he like, I didn't know nothing about this. He's like, damn, okay, I'm gonna take care of this now. And of course, RSJ is like, yeah, you better. Now, Diana sneaks back into Tariq's room while he gone, and surprise, what do you think she finds but the damn Whitman file, child, that basically shows that Lorenzo damn handprints is at the scene. So now her and Drew is talking, and she was like, why would he have that file, and why would they think that Poppy is responsible for Dagon Drew's death? Like, how would his freaking prints be there? And Drew was like, well, Poppy had to have did it or whatever. She was like, because even, Poppy told me that IG was the ones that was, basically coming back and retaliating because of what happened, and that they was the ones that killed Zeke. And then you had Evelyn say Monet wanted Lorenzo dead, but she was still like, nah, I know Lorenzo is crazy, and Monet is crazy and all messed up, but she was like, even that's a lot for her. I don't believe it. But here come Kane, like, yeah, Drew set everything up. So they like, wait a minute, you knew? And of course they put 2 and 2 together finally, and they like, that's why you was getting all of the damn treatment from damn, Poppy like that or whatever the case may be, and calling the shots. Like, it's all making sense. You knew about the whole situation with Zeke. So Diana's like, well, why the hell would Poppy kill Zeke? And he's like, yo, it was a mistake. It was an accident. He didn't do it intentionally. He thought he was Mecca. So now we know the truth. Is like, what the hell are we going to do with it? Okay, inquiring minds want to know. This was the moment that we was waiting for, y'all. All right. And she, of course, tells them that she threatened to kill him if he told anybody, because he did believe that it was her that had killed Lorenzo. And Diana was like, well, if she would kill damn Kane, she would kill any of us, okay? We all would be up out of here. Now, they go to Monet's house. She's sitting down eating, and she like, oh, I didn't know y'all was coming. I would have ordered more damn food. And they like, cut the shit, girl. Okay, we ain't here for the food. We want to know why the hell you killed damn Poppy and then set this whole situation up and had me over here taking out Gordo, taking out all the Castillos, when the whole time it was you, girl. It was you. So she looking at Kane like, yo, Kane, what the hell? And he like, yo, don't say no damn Kane. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come on, stop with the lie and keep it real. She over here still talking about it was Kai and Gordo. And he was like, come on, Monet, I'm done with your bullshit. Okay, Drew started going off on her ass, and she was like, watch your mouth. Okay, you still in my damn house, all right? And then Diana and basically started yelling at her and you know, Cain was telling her, like, you're evil or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? This is all your fault. You the one that set all of this up or whatever. He was like, you know, you just a jacked up person. He said, I lied for you. I stole for you. I've been dropping bodies for you. I did everything you ever wanted, and that still would never be good enough or whatever. And of course, he had to run and throw Tariq back into it, talking about some damn, you know, you chose Tariq over me. I said, how Tariq get back in this, Cain? Okay, how? So, you know, you really let him just walk in here and do whatever he want to do and say whatever he's saying and ruin our life. So she like, that's what this is all about, Tariq. And they like, nah, this ain't got nothing to do with Tariq. This is actually you and all the damn lies that you've been damn telling her, right? And so here go Monet talking about something. You want the truth. If you want the truth, then here it is. You know, this means that y'all basically are giving Lorenzo a pass for killing Zeke. And she's like, you know, Diana telling her it was an accident. You know that. And you know, here go Monet jumping up in Diana's face like it was an accident. And how the hell do you know? She was like, your poppy ain't even want you in this house because he knew you was a nosy bitch. I said, damn, Monet is damn trifling. She was like, you know, your father couldn't wait to get your ass beat up, Drew, and then blame it on the IGs or whatever the case may be. You know, look where that got you or whatever the case. So she was basically like, you know, he had set you up and all of that, and then tried to make me think that it was the guaps and tried to make you think that too. She was like, all that family first bullshit. He ain't give a damn about nobody or nothing. But it's like, no, Monet, it's you that don't give a damn about nobody or nothing. Okay, we got to keep it real if we gonna keep it real. So she just was telling them like she would have did the same thing for any of them. And Diana was like, are you even listening to yourself? Like, do you really hear yourself? You took our father from us, and you are the reason why Zeke is damn dead. If anything, we lose everything because of you and all the dumb shit that you do. So then Diana was trying to get at her, and she kept telling Drew, you know, let her go, let her go, let her go, because Drew was basically holding her back. And she was like, you know, you made me feel worthless. You blamed me for everything that happened with Zeke. Even when you knew the damn truth, you still let me think that it was something that I should feel guilty about or whatever. And she told her she wished she would have died instead. And then Monet was trying to get at her ass, and then she mushed the hell out of damn Drew, child, and told all of them to get the hell up out her house. Now, Tariq basically finds where Brayden is at. Mind you, we done seen him take out this gun. We done seen him here putting on no gloves. Like, you know, if Brayden ain't gonna take out Lucas, then I'ma have to. He done got the information and the address to where, you know, Brayden is at. But Brayden is already upstairs, child, talking to Uncle Lucas. And Lucas is just letting him know more and more. Listen, I'm trash, okay? It is what it is. I'm not going to pretend to be something that I'm not. You know, Brayden is over here trying to get him to sign this paper and say that, you know, you have the resources and you can sign this paper that's basically clearing, you know, my family name or whatever the case may be, and then be going to be on some island. Lucas over here trying to talk big shit. Oh, no. Why would I do that? And what makes you think that I would want to go anywhere and live anywhere else when I could be right here? And I'm not scared of your hood friends and your gangster friends, and I'm not nothing like you. You know what I'm saying? Why would I give all this up? I'm not stupid. I'm always gonna, you know, take over everything and do whatever I want to do. And you know what I'm saying? He was like, that's your dad's problem. That's the part that I don't like about him, is that he's such a damn nice guy and always concerned about everybody else. He's like, everybody that I stole from, you know, they basically ain't gonna miss it. Like, they had the money like that anyway. And, you know, you still got Brayden standing here begging him and saying you're not listening. But Lucas is like, I am listening, but you're just not getting it. He was like, I'll hold all the cards and I'll do whatever I want to do. You know, at the end of the day, I'm doing white collar stuff. I'm not doing the thug, you know, drug dealing stuff that y'all been doing or whatever. So Brayden is like, you know, what is the point? You know, he says, well, he could basically pin, you know, everything on them or whatever. He was like, that's the difference between me and you. I'm going to take whatever I want to take. And Brayden went and pushed him, baby, and fly, Uncle Lucas, fly, okay? Bat, 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 smack, right on that damn car, okay? And then Tariq went walking away because he was literally just standing there by the car. Now, Cain, child, who let Cain in this damn jail? Who let Cain in the jail? That's what I need to know, because Cain put on this whole ass Malcolm X suit, child, and went on in here, honey, like he was Clark Kent, like nobody wasn't supposed to recognize him just because he had on glasses. I was confused. You know, of course, Effie asking him, what the hell are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I'm trying to come here and I'm trying to protect you and I'm trying to look out for you. And even damn Effie was like, Child, what? Because we did it once. Like, if you don't get the hell up out my face, boy, it's not that serious. And so he was like, oh, come on, don't do it like that. He was like, if I can remember, we was rocking the whole night. He was like, it really doesn't matter. So she like, well, why are you here? So he talking about they won't go easy on you. She like, tell me something I don't know. You coming in here to tell me stuff I already know. So he's like, well, flip on Tariq, whatever. She was like, they, you know what I'm saying? He telling her they want him. So she was like, no, boy, I'm not built like that. That's not what I do. Are you freaking crazy? So he over here taking his glasses off. So you want to go to prison? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would you take the heat? She said, it's not about you and it's not about damn Tariq. Okay, he talking about some, I'm right here trying to hold you down or whatever. She was like, it ain't about neither one of y'all. It's about me and it's about the choices that I got to make for myself, point blank, period. And what I'm gonna need you to do is get the hell up out of here so my real damn lawyer can come up in here and talk to me. You are wasting my time. And he was just basically looking like he wanted to cry. F you, okay. So, child, I guess some of y'all is happy. I don't be giving a damn about no damn 2-bit, child. 2-bit was back in the building. He done pulled up. He coming back for that damn money that Tariq owed him. And he got a letter from the white lawyer. I said, how the hell did Sachs have 2-bit damn address now? We getting a little crazy, okay? Sachs was out here, like I said, sending everybody and they mama a damn letter, all right? And let him know some damn things, right? And, of course, he's also throwing in there that he knew that I had, beef with your pop, and he had valuable information, and I'm thinking that it costs 100 bands and this and that. So Sarika's like, well, right now everything is tied up. I don't have no kind of money. I could give you weapons. I could give you more than enough of, some stuff, but I ain't got the money right now. So then he turning around and he's seeing Tariq's car, and he like, yeah, that car look real nice to me. Okay, you could go ahead and give me the keys to your ride. And Tariq was like, are you lost your damn mind? And he was like, well, I think, it's worth me knowing where damn Tasha's held up. I said, ooh, Sax is still playing dirty from the game, from the grave child. Okay, I see you, Sax. So, Tariq's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, here. And he have this address for, of course, where Tasha is at. So he gives him the car, and Tariq calls up, Tamika, and lets her know that Tasha is in danger. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna check on it in the morning. He like, nah, you gotta check it tonight. So we seeing Big Mama cursing Tasha out, like, girl, you can't be out here late at night and bringing Yaz with you out late, and different things can happen. And she's like, I know, Mama, but I want her to have as much of a normal life as she can. Okay, calm down. Everything is okay. I said, in this case, actually, Mama, right? Okay, you should be listening to Mama, honey, because Tariq is watching and he in the cut, mind you. Yes, recognizes him and goes over to him like, Tariq, I thought that was you. So he over here telling her to be quiet and duck down, and we see that she got these damn guards out here that ain't worth the damn, child. Okay, all these police that they be having, trash, y'all. Okay, because Tommy rolls up just as nice, baby. Okay, and got right on out that car like he was Mr. Damn Rogers in the neighborhood. Okay. And walked up on them and took their asses out and went in the damn house and pulled up on damn Tasha. And she is basically telling him, to put the gun down. He don't have to do this. She was like, you gonna shoot me with Big Mama and Yaz right outside? He said, well, I got the silencer, so it's all good, and she trying to move closer to the table where she got like a gun underneath there, but she ain't, quite getting there yet. And Tariq is basically coming up behind, and then they both got the guns pulled out on each other, whatever, and she's telling both of them to stop, that this gotta end. They don't need to be having no more fighting between them. She's like, Tommy, look at me, don't do this, or whatever the case may be. We will, we're the only family we all got. And he was like, we ain't no damn family. He was like, shit, family don't snitch on each other, and family damn sure don't turn each other and don't try to kill each other. So, this, of course, is when Tariq is saying the famous line we've been seeing from the freaking, preview, I love you, okay, Uncle Tommy, but I'll put a bullet in your ass if I have to, all right? And so he was like, to stop you from killing my mother. And so, Tommy is basically like, shit, you killed your damn father, so you would kill me too. I believe it, all right, if you had the chance or whatever. So he was like, but I'm not giving you the chance. Now, an officer comes and shoots at Tommy, misses, child, and Tommy put him in, finish him off. And the next thing you know, Tariq is getting knocked out, and he wakes up in the hospital with with Tamika telling him, we found all of the damn, cops that got taken out, and your big mama was saying she heard somebody's voice, but she didn't know for sure who it was. Okay, do you know who they are? And Tariq's over here trying to take this oxygen mask off and asking where his mother at, and they was like, she's missing. Okay, so obviously Tommy done yanked her up, but we know Tariq ain't gonna tell that he know who it is. And yes, and Big Mama is still child okay back at the house, honey. That was the episode. I was here for this episode, y'all. I give it a 9. It was good. I can't wait to watch the season finale. I was here for this, y'all. Whoo, child. Shout out to Lays and Detroit Kings, because, baby, when we did the predictions, Detroit Kings showing up said Tommy was going to be up in this at the end, and, of course, we was going to end up being able to see, the Force trailer once everything went off, and he was spot on with that. But put it in the comments, y'all. Only episode 9. What did y'all think about this? Did everything that you think was going to happen? Did you like how it all played out? If you have not seen episode 10, put what you think may happen in episode 10, or what you think we may be getting, going into season 4 when we get back to, a season 4. And how you think, if you think that it's going to connect to Force in any way, what way do you think it's going to connect to it? Okay, put it all in the comments. Let's discuss it down there. Anything I forgot, put it in the comments. We'll talk about that down there as well. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Until next time, y'all. Toodaloo.